Greetings, Earthlings! My name is Zero Jake and welcome back to Space Engineers. I've outfitted all of the nanite factories in the shipyard with the modules that they are supposed to have. The current loadout, anyway, is 4 speed modules, these are on the sides, and then 4 of the designated modules that they're supposed to be using. So we have 3 different types of factories. We have the 2 at the top here. So it's on every single arm, by the way. The 2 at the top are projections, so they will build projected blocks that haven't actually been placed yet, which is good. And as a default kind of thing, they can also construct, but I've turned that off. The second 2, these 2 middle ones here, can have been outfitted with construction modules, which will mean that they can build blocks. So the blocks that the projection factories put down, these construction factories will repair and and weld into place. And then these bottom 3 on each of the arms is the deconstruction, disassemble, destroy, anything that you want to say about that. This will grind down the ships that have been designated as we need these grinding down. There's a total of 14 arms, so you'll have, we have like 28 of the projection and construction, and then we've got 35 deconstruction, which is very good. So it is a bit, there is a lot of stuff to render, so the FPS is currently at 16, currently looking at a planet. Look away, goes all the way up to somewhere in the region of 30. Look at the moon and it plummets right back down again. So I'm probably going to need to move the station to somewhere not into an orbit of a planet, but that will be later, because otherwise I'm going to have huge frame rate issues when I turn this thing on. Now here you see a projected red ship. This is a default vanilla ship, and I'm using this to demonstrate how big this thing is. How big this shipyard is, by the way. This is classed as a frigate, not a capital ship, but frigates are capital ships, and then you have super capital ships, which are a lot bigger than frigates. Your super capital ships would include motherships, cruisers, things like that, whereas frigates are regular capital ships, frigates and destroyers, and corvettes are smaller than that. So the Surveyor isn't really a corvette or a frigate, it's more of a utility class ship. We've got a cockpit at the front, you've got a hangar to store some fighters or to enter from, all very, very good. The airlock system is not actually compatible yet, but I'll create or I'll modify this ship so that it will work with the system I have. I don't know what the use for this ship is, except for just being a show of how the shipyard will work. Up here we've got a kind of sprue coming out of here. I've moved the projector to here and the remote control over to here, which will basically mean that it's in a nice uniform pattern. And then we've got a sprue coming down here, which you disconnect when you're finished, and then everything should be good. So the last thing to do is to turn on the respective nanite factories. Now, prepare for quite a bit of frame rate drop. So if we go into our trade station, I'm just going to quickly make sure that everything is owned by me. Just double checking, and then we can get rid of that. And then we go to Shipyard, and we have 3 different categories. We have construction, deconstruction, and projection. The ones that we want are project, so we'll turn those on, and construction, which we will also turn on. And now it's just a case of, you see all the green ones? That's working. They're flashing now, so they should start sending their nanites everywhere. And you see that we're getting the first few blocks over here. I'm going to stand still for a bit whilst this thing works. It might be a bit until they can get the resources that they need to start constructing the rest of them, but should work. To begin with, it's going to be a bit of a slow process. However, we can speed that up, because what we can do is we can extend this bit out here. And we can start constructing from 2 points at the same time. Probably not there, actually. Extend it a bit along this way, down a bit here. And then across to here. There. Now you can see this block underneath the one that I just placed is also a bit lit up, so it will start being constructed. When I build larger ships, I'll also have more construction sprues so that the process will be faster to begin with. But as you can see here, we've got a decent amount of stuff projected. You can see any more... Well, if it's more opaque, then it's available to be constructed by the projectors. Well, by the projection upgrade blocks, which is all good. Now, not all of these factories are working. Some of them, when they're yellow, it means that they can do things, but those things have already been assigned to other factories, which is completely fine. So yeah, the process will speed up once more of the ship has been constructed. So it's kind of a you kind of get a negative. Well, you get a N-shaped kind of curve. So at the beginning it's very slow, and then it speeds up dramatically, and then it kind of quickly slows down again once you get to the end of the process. So as you can see, a lot more blocks are being constructed now, so that's good. Now, I'm going to quickly check to see if we have the resources required. So if we go into projector, will you say how many blocks? Yeah. So this will say what blocks down here are needed. So we need rocket launchers, we need things like that. I don't think there's anything that we don't have the resources for. Noting that the assembly machines or the assembly line isn't working since the mod API changed a bit. Now, what I am noticing here is these armor slopes are not in the place which they should be. Which is interesting, because that shouldn't be happening. Might be a bug, but that's fine. I'll fix that later. It also might be that I've got the projector upside down. So who knows? Who knows what could be going on here? It is going to look pretty bizarre once we're finished. And it possibly won't be airtight. Now, as yeah, you can see how much the game is lagging right now. It's, just above 10 frames per second, which is not very good. I possibly need to upgrade my computer in order to actually run this properly. Yeah, I'll just sit still, and we'll be back in a second after a time lapse of what the hell is going on. Okay, so as you can see, things have not been placed correctly. I mean, look at this. Just look at it. The thruster is going the other way. It's ridiculous. Right, so I think I know what the problem is. It's how the projector has been set up, and then, oh my god, it's freaky here. What the hell? Yes, yeah, we're definitely going to scratch this. I'll keep that in anyway because that was hilarious. But yeah, so it also gives me the perfect opportunity to show off how the deconstruction works. First of all, we're going to want to disconnect the entire thing. Because if we place a deconstruction beacon on this and it's attached to the station, then we're going to destroy the entire station. Okay, there we go. This ship, or what an abomination of a ship looks like, is now free floating in space. I'm going to turn off the projector. Projector remove. Thank you. This is what it constructed. It doesn't look anything like what it's supposed to look like, so we're going to destroy it. Burn it with fire, or in this case, nanites. So the way that we do that, I've got it somewhere here. We have this nanite beacon for deconstruction, which requires some components which I do not have in my inventory, because of course I don't. So I'm going to need to grab some small steel tube and large steel tube, radio communication equipment, computers, construction component, all the fun things. So station, and as you can see here, we're nearly at the maximum amount of stuff. What's still building? What is still using construction component? Hide empty. You guys will all continue to have all the stuff in. Okay. I don't know why this is nearly at the maximum though. What's taking up so much volume? Is it the yeah, it's the 37,000 power cells that I have. For no apparent reason. Yeah, we're going to sort that out later. I'll do some inventory checking after the episode. So, what do we need again? We need small steel tubes and large steel tubes and more tubes and things. Right, one large steel tube, one, and then we also need 3 radio communication equipment, which has somehow gone missing. Oh, I know, it's because it's in the nanite factories, isn't it? Radio, yeah, it's in the factories for some reason, possibly because a lot of it was being used, also known as we don't have enough. What else? Come on, I'm better than this. 1 computer, 10 construction components. Right. Computer, which I have 100,000 of, which is taking up not that much, and I need 10 construction component. And then that should be enough to build the beacon. Now, what this beacon does is it says, hey, anything currently attached to this when you turn on the nanite factories, or until this block is destroyed, anything attached, destroy it. Please. It might not say please, in which case, shame on it. I can't seem to weld it though. Well done. Well done. Okay, right. Put it here. Oh, I got a bit. There we go. Right. Bit fiddly to do that. My suit energy is a bit low, so before I turn this thing on and do another time lapse, because those are always fun, I'm gonna get some energy. So we're gonna try this again, but I'm going to change how the projector is working so that hopefully it will build it as intended instead of not intended. Let me just energize. Yes. So this is the base model of the red ship. As I said before, I'm going to modify it. I'm going to create several modifications. One will be a cargo hauler, another one will be a mining one, all these other things. This is until I find a suitable ship design that I prefer in comparison to just blocks. Yeah, and I'm also going to change the colour scheme of it. The white bits are going to be yellow because that is my colour scheme. It's dark red and yellow because why would you have anything else? So you can see this kind of husk, this space hulk, and we're going to destroy it using the deconstruction stuff. So if I go into control panel and I go to the Shipyard nanite deconstruct, noting that the deconstruction factories do not have exempt on them, so that any things that they collect will instantly be thrown back into the inventory, instead of staying there for eternity until I get rid of it. So we just turn them on, and hopefully they won't destroy the station. Save the game first. Yep, you can see it lagged a bit there. Save the game first. Yes, I like to save my progress. That would be a very, very useful thing. Right. So, we're just going to wait until they kick themselves into gear. Here we go. I'll get into a suitable position and we will time-lapse again. Here should be a good enough area. So, I'll be back once we have destroyed the evidence of this horrendous crime. Okay, so the deconstruction of this ship has happened, and I appear to be on 5 seconds of life support. So that actually went quite well, otherwise I would have died whilst I was not here. In fact, I may actually die if I do this badly enough. Oh man, I'm actually doing this really badly. Yeah. I think I've killed myself, by the way. Just saying. Very likely. So I'm just gonna fly to over here and die. There we go. I did that very badly. Please do not judge. Right, so there's my body slumped back like that. I'm not sure that that's supposed to happen. It's like I'm praising the sun, except the sun is not there. Right, let's go oxygen, hydrogen, these things, everything. And then I'm going to need to refill that hydrogen bottle. And then we can fix the projector so they will actually build things the way that I want it to build them. Because currently it is not helpful. Right, refinery, I need oxygen. Oxygen generator, we can throw that in there. And then I need the station. Components, and then I just need to throw this, and then these are not needed, and then we can throw some of that away. Where's all the steel gone? Have we used all the steel plate? Or is it automatically being pulled into the control factories? Okay then, right, I'm going to get the steel plate steel plate stuff up and running. Steel plate, you are on. Just make me steel plate because I need it. Oh, yes. hang on. I don't have any iron. I do have iron, but that's in medical. Why does everything have to be complicated? Just tell me why. Station. Right, I'm just going to throw all the iron in there. Oh no, that's the ore section, but I don't care. Not right now, because we have no iron. I forgot to get that. I had an iron shortage. Right, get the oxygen back. Thank you. And we can continue with the thrilling adventure of trying to get this thing to work. We're close. We just need to make sure that the projector is working as intended. As you can see, we've still got some blocks. They're being destroyed, which is very good. So, we need to destroy this. Yeah? And then we need to place it back down again in the correct manner. I don't know what the correct manner is. Right, so the X bit is the top, and then the minus bit, let's say, the plus side is the top bit, and then the minus side is the back bit, apparently. So if the back is that way, hang on. There we go. Right, so that way's actually forward. So I really need to learn how to do this properly. You're now... So on the bottom bit... Okay, good. And then... Right, I actually need a three-dimensional perspective on here, otherwise it's not going to actually work. So, the top bit is there. Yeah. And then I actually need it connected to a block, otherwise it won't work. So, if we press insert, see, it will do the flippy thing. If we press delete, it'll just rotate. Okay, that should be the way that it should do. So up is this way, and then back is this way. Right. If you don't work, I'm going to be highly disappointed. Because I'm supposed to have this entire thing ready for the audience of many. Yeah. I was trying to finish that rhyme, it didn't work. Right, projector. Projector 3, this is the third attempt I've been doing this, by the way. You are going to be renamed one projector, save, and then we'll do the remote control block in a second. Blueprint, we want red ship. Okay, I will also turn off the deconstruction stuff for the shipyard, because those are not needed, and it's wasting power. Oh, also note that we're at our power limit now. Like, when the when all the deconstruction ones are on, we're out of power. It's kind of weird. So you are facing the wrong way, but we're going to see what happens when we place it as it looks like. Which doesn't make sense, because it might be the way that I added this as a blueprint, it might not. So, control panel, go to remote control, control. Okay, so we know wrong button. We need projector, get rid of all this. Thank you, and then get projector 1, increase, decrease, increase, decrease vertical, increase forward, decrease forward. Right. Now, we need to, so that's that way. Okay. We need to go down a bit here, and then we need to go across like this. Let's move around so that we can get this way done properly. Okay. Control panel. Projector. No. Remote control. There we go. So move that a bit this way. Okay, right. Now that's in the right location. And then the next thing that we need to do is we need to go back into remote control. This is why I had it done before I started the episode, by the way. 3. And then we need to move it along. And then we move it up a bit. And then we move it along a bit. There we go. Right, so that will do to begin with. And then, yeah, so that should do. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this as a sprue. I don't have any steel plate. That's because I threw it all away, didn't I? Yes. That's because you threw it all away, Jake. Good working there. Right, come on, come on, come on. Get inventory. Steel plate, do you have it? Where's all the steel? No, wrong button. Right. Steel plate. It's not one word. Right, let's take you. And take some of you. Thank you. Right. I'm going to need to collect some more iron in order to do this properly, but we'll do this for now. Just need to check that this is actually working, and then we can be done with this whole nonsense. And then I'll get a proper ship working. Okay. There is a camera on top there. Just saying. Camera. I don't know why it's there, but it is. And so now, all we have to do is say a few magic words and hope that this works okay. Save the game first, because I don't want to have to debug the entire thing again. Right. Control. Trade station. Turn on construction. And turn on projection. So what we're hoping for here is the armor slopes and everything to be in the correct orientation. Because if it isn't, then something has gone a bit buggy with projectors and nanite factories, which is going to be a goddamn pain in the arse. Okay, this looks promising. That looks promising. Good. Okay, it looks like it's the correct orientation. We've also got another part over here because of the way that we've done the sprues. Right, I'm going to sit back for 5 minutes or something and time-lapse this thing to make sure that this is working. Back in a second. Okay, so as you can see, the construction is working properly. It's a shame that it's not pointing in the right direction, but I guess it doesn't matter since it doesn't matter. Okay, next time I make blueprints I'm going to have it forward facing, because when I was creating it I was like over here and then press Control B, you know, more to facing this way than this way. So what instead you should be doing is going like this and pressing Control B. Control B creates blueprints as well. Just saying. No matter if you're in survival or creative. Okay, so I'm going to pause construction of this in order to get resources. We have shown off the capabilities of the shipyard of constructing things, deconstructing things, and constructing them again. So we're going to do something new in the next episode. Until then, my name has been Zero Jake. End transmission.